Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Okay, that's enough of that. Welcome Patreon patrons, YouTube subscribers, and anyone who just so happens to stumble across these videos. This is Johnston Blackhorse, and I welcome you to another sketchbook tour of my old sketchbooks. And I'm trying to go through them and just looking at the quality, just try to go through them as chronologically as possible. And I think this one falls in between one of the, I guess, before some of the sketchbooks I've already shown you. So we're just kind of stepping a little backwards in time with this sketchbook. But yeah, from here on out, see what I can do about going as chronologically as possible. Just going on quality. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, this is a self-portrait I did, like fresh out of, I think this was fresh out of college. And this is just me playing with a French gray set, a Prismacolor French gray set that I had purchased from the college bookstore. And kind of young and ruggedly handsome here. But my looks have diminished since then. Here I am saying, what are you looking at? But anyway, moving on. Just another drawing with me, just playing with more French grays. Don't know how clearly you can see that. Anyway, just experimenting. It looks like I've lost a little. I think I lost a little bit of detail. I've noticed that, like, over time, the French grays will like just kind of like bleed out and seep into the rest of the page as time goes on. Anyway, just moving along. Just more sketches. Guy got a cut up face. And these are character drawings of, guess this is when I first started working at one of these casino gaming companies, just making symbols and characters for their video slot machines. And it was for like a surfing game. Just like little random notes to myself, and just playing around with the beach muscle surfer body type. And this is more character sketches for the surfer slot machine. A little note to myself, like, too real, because like with all the video slot machines we're doing, we're just making them as cartoony as possible. So just playing around with another surfer character, and went with more of this design. This one's good, but make expression more exaggerated. So I did. And this is the face I used, and I ended up drawing like another body, but utilizing that face. I guess I don't have the body here, huh? These are just like random sketches and just little notes of like how to make a decent symbol design. Oh, there we go. Like more symbol designs. Symbol roughs. Muscle guy will probably use this one. And I did use that pose, and I used a face that I had sketched. And for the other surfer guy, I was going a little too crazy with this, you know, just messing around. Not this one. Too crazy. Yeah. You know, just playing around, just Just making different poses. Some were a little too subdued or just plain or flat, and just made like another version on the other side of that spectrum that's just like too wild, crazy, and out there. Oh, yeah, here's the sketch that I used, and I spliced his like a face in later. Like I think I made him shirtless in the final sketch. Also drew like a little symbol for his he was wearing a peace sign necklace. And huh. Oh, these are notes on like fonts to use. And this is like an old symbol of mine that I started drawing a long time ago. I think I might pick that up again because I really dig the symbol, but I used it as like a anti-Valentine's Day symbol because I'm not too big on Valentine's Day. And being single again, I might just pick that up. But I use this symbol and a variation of it, and I have like these little angel wings on the side. But if you can't see the detail in there, it's a broken heart flipped upside down, shoved down onto a spike, if you can see that. And I used to have like different drawings of this up on my old DeviantArt account, and unfortunately, like a lot of those drawings and designs are just gone now. And here's like a little storyboard idea of me and a roommate just kind of like living our daily life, because when I got hired here in Vegas, like I didn't have any place to live, and it was through my old roommate, my old college roommate, that I was able to get this job. So him and his family were able to just set me up, and I slept on his floor for like the first few or couple of months living here in Vegas, and it was very nice of them to do, just taking me in as like a new aspiring artist trying to make it in the graphic design field. And it was there were hard times, but you know what, like it's just going through that experience. I don't think I would really change too much, but I think I would have went ahead and quit that job a lot sooner because my boss was just very tyrannical. And if you've been paying attention to some of my previous videos, like you know, like I said, I'd work these 20-hour days, 7 days a week. You know, it was terrible. But this is like a little storyboard idea, because like I was hoping to like animate someday like our little adventures together. And it just it continues. Oh, you know what? I don't think I actually drew this. I think this is a drawing my roommate made, and like when I was sleeping on his floor, like we had uh, come into I can't remember what anime we were watching, but one of the anime movies we had watched had like the first episode of Cromartie in one of their preview sections. And Cromartie High School, when I first saw that episode, it was just freaking hilarious, and it was like so original to me at the time. If you don't know what Cromartie High School is, you know, just I encourage you to either pick up the anime or pick up the manga, and either one is just a very hilarious delight. And it just oh man, I was just rolling laughing just watching the anime, and it inspired me to pick up the manga, and the manga just has the same, like, just I don't know. It's like the sense of humor in it. Just I just find it very similar to somewhat my sense of humor in a way, if not just like knocked up several notches. But yeah, like Cromartie High School, pick up the anime or the manga. But I do recommend picking up the manga because the manga goes into like a little more backstory on some of the main protagonist in the series. And they hint at it in the anime. Like the anime, it just kind of like plops you right in the middle of his conundrum of being forced to go to an all delinquent high school, and they don't elaborate on what had brought him to that end, but it goes over in the manga, and they do express in the anime, like if you want to know like how the protagonist got into this situation. Well, the protagonist says it himself. Like, if you want to know more about my backstory, just pick up the manga. So yeah, so like if you have to choose one over the other, like pick up the manga just so you know what's going on. But I do recommend that you pick up both because they're just very, very hilarious. And this is just anime manga types drawing I did utilizing ink pens and just playing around with those French grays again. Trying to draw a robot! Exclamation point and the number 1. This is me just drawing like another robot for another game, and I used the robot from what's that movie called? Robots as inspiration, and I think you can like see it pretty well in here. And I think I drew this robot to be somewhat of a butler type character. I can't remember, it's been so long. And just random doodles and sketches, facial drawings. Another robot with headphones just jamming out. Beep bop boop beep bop. Guy who looks like Blanca from Street Fighter. More face drawings for your face. You're not going anywhere. That voice does not go with that face. You're not going anywhere. Maybe that's a little closer. That's a little better. Whoa, hey. There's another. It looks like I sketched in the sketchbook twice. It seems. So like I did it one way, and then I think when I was done, yeah, I started going the other way with it. I guess just to like fill out space. Oh, here's a little comic that I did. Okay. Let's see. What did you say? Okay, anyone who's been bitten by a zombie, please raise your hand. Pow, 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 pow. Anyone else? Come on. Don't be shy. Come on. Come on. Pow. Thank you. I'm an idiot. Here's a post-apocalyptic chick, just stylized drawing, just armed up the wazoo. Pretty cool. And very light sketch, just the guy just kind of like laying there. A wolf. What looks like I have no idea what that's trying to be. Some sort of beaver with a big nose or something. I have no idea. But this is a bear, and judging from his shirt, he's a Pooh Bear. Ah, I see. Very interesting. A few face sketches. Guy who looks like he's about to vomit, and another guy who's vomiting. Blah. Blah, 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 blah. It's a chimp sketch, and then more faces. Now this style of face, I utilize this type of face style from my very early Natus drawings, as some of you might know who have been following my work for perhaps years. I don't know. The female female drawing. More faces on this side. Why did I do this to myself? It was like just drawing on one side upright and then doing it like this. I guess maybe I thought I was being cool, or just, I don't know. But right now it's just kind of annoying just having to go back and forth, flipping from one side to the other. Yeah. But anyway. Another face drawing. Creepy. And chubby. Guess what I was doing is, like, I went ahead and like drew all the way through, finished the sketchbook, and then didn't have another sketchbook to sketch in, so I decided to just flip it upside down and start from the other end and draw on it like as if it were another sketchbook. I guess instead of like just from drawing from like left to right, perhaps maybe like a normal person would, but then, you know, I'm not that normal as some of you might. There are no sketches on this side. It's just here. But then that means I didn't finish the sketchbook and just started drawing it from the other side completely. Is that what I did? Yeah, that's what I did. How? Or did I start on this side? You know what? That's probably what I did. So I started this video from the wrong end of the sketchbook. Oh, okay. Let's just go ahead and oh, these are phone numbers. Don't want to show those off. Have random people calling other random people. Okay, here we go. Number 15,000. Don't know what that's about. Prepare to die, you filthy sponge, is what he's saying there in that word bubble. That is an address. Sometimes I like drawing skulls. Skulls are fun to sketch every now and then. Oh, these are little notes on how to make a loading screen for an animated flash file or animation. I don't think that's needed nowadays. Like nowadays the computers and internet are so fast that you don't really need a loading window anymore. Ah, I remember this. Like this was a comic idea I had like years ago. It was going to be called like the Boardroom, and it was going to involve like 6 or so characters, and these characters would meet in a huge office building out in some city and hold these secret meetings where they would decide like what would happen in the world, like just major world decisions. Okay, I guess this is This is one now. Then it's agreed. Employees of restaurants don't have to wash their hands after using the bathroom in order to get the food to the customers sooner. Other animation idea. Animate preschool experience of eating the garnish. Oh. Oh, yeah. I might have to animate that in maybe a story time or something, but just really quick, I guess one time and when I was in preschool, like it was called like a Head Start program. Just sitting down eating lunch, and for some reason I don't know who was in the lunch, who was in charge of lunches, but the meals would be prepared and everything, but they would always like put this little bit of garnish on to the side, and like garnish is usually there for like some sort of like presentational purpose to like make everything look pretty, but like why the heck are you doing that for like preschool kids? And me, like I have this is back when you're just a kid and you're told to like finish and like eat everything on your plate. And so I finished the whole meal, and then there's just like this little bit of garnish on the side. Is like, what is this for? Like, what am I supposed to do this? Was I supposed to eat it with something? So not knowing what to do with it, like me being the dumb little kid I was, I go ahead and eat this little leafy green thing. And upon swallowing it, there was something about it that just like didn't agree with my stomach at all. And so I proceeded to just like uh just upchuck all the contents of my stomach. Just there was this waterfall of undigested food just like pouring out of my mouth and onto my belly, and just falling all over my chest, my stomach, my lap, and just and it was one of those silent uh, silent vomiting experiences. And that's when I learned, well, I know garnish is just there for like some sort of decoration, but as a kid, using kid logic, is like, oh, well, garnish is there for you to eat and like vomit up all your food if you don't feel like you completely enjoyed your meal, or if you got poisoned. Yeah, that's what that's there for. Huh? Now I know. But no, it was just very, very bad, like preschool experience for me. Anyway, may as well wrap this sketchbook up here pretty soon, because like we're past the 20-minute mark. So we'll just leave it at this page here, and come back next week for the continuation of this sketchbook tour. And I hope you enjoyed this sketchbook so far, and I hope you've been enjoying my sketchbook tours as of late. And I post sketchbook tours every Tuesday. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you want to support more videos like this and support me drawing more content, art, animations, stuff like that, then think about becoming a patron to my Patreon page, and I'll leave a link in the descriptions below. So until next time, I guess I'll check you guys later. Bye.